least I know that the westbound trip has been completed. There was 2 hopper cars parked in the CN section. I don't know if that came from the westbound trip, but most likely the whole freight was brought in here. But I could have been wrong, but time and time again. Anyways, now I'm in the northbound section part of the Queensboro Bridge, while the little engines here are switching around or center beams. And there might be making up the shop train for eastbound shop train for a little later, or unless for a Queensboro job. I don't know. There's a couple of box cars now trailing behind here, but yeah. Meanwhile, they're switching racks at the other end, so I'm not sure if they're putting them into the switch track down by Kruger side mill. This back to this other SRY's job here. Yeah. I'm not sure. Well, this train's doing this a little bit here from this part of the yard, and the other SRY, the 129, or it could be the 106 engine. Yeah, they might be switching racks into the other tracks there by the Kruger mill in the storage section, or unless we're adding more freight to this and then getting it. But the bridge would have been turned by now. But one car coming in. Switch here. Yeah. This pill's in the way. I know. Sorry, folks. Trying to get an angle. So categorizing or numerical order, how they put the cars into order here for later use. No, I don't know if the train probably came to Queensboro and picked up from the customer down by Duncan there. You know, they had 10 cars stored the other 2 days ago, so I'd be not surprised. If that was switched up down by Duncan Street in Queensboro section from SRY. Yeah. That's doing their job there. Brakeman or the conductor. Yeah. Okay, just want to quickly what they're doing with those racks in the other far track. So just a quick look over there. Yeah, it looks like I think they're switching them up in the other end there. At least I would assume, but I could be wrong. But back to the other switchers here. I wasn't sure. Maybe it might make up a train to bring down to the Duncan Street or Hamilton. Maybe I'm not sure. Possible. Or another train else went down that way already. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my eyes open for that too. Might be making up the eastbound shot train for later because I wasn't sure. I didn't see much cars made during the time, but the little engine's working hard. Yeah. Possibly they're just switching racks down there. The bridge has not closed yet, so I don't. Maybe they might bring in cars. I don't know. Yeah, rack train maybe going to Queensboro bound. Switching or cutting some other cars off. Yeah, you hear that part. Oh well. I'll keep my eyes open if I see any boxcars stored down by just past Queensboro Landing down near just before Hamilton section of Richmond. Well, I for when they're gonna go down to Tree Island Steel. That's another question, but that's what it is. Okay, intermodules too. Just a quick moment ago, I did see a bunch of boxers stored already down by the Hamilton, so they must have came down already and added some new cars to the other store down there. They probably switched up the other cars down by Duncan already, by the looks of it. SkyTrain eastbound going downhill. Yep. Oh, there comes the westbound 2 train. SkyTrain, that is. Mark 3s and the Mark 5s. Yeah. Okay, here comes a quick intermodule look. All your trains could serve down here. Never mind all these darn trucks. Yeah. But this is not downtown waterfront though. Lots of trucks waiting there. Okay, heading down now to the northbound section here. Yeah, BCS, BCA, and the Spur. Got Mr. Train. The old quiet Spur right now, but one back drop here of Lloyd and the highway.